Welcome to BODS Mayhem Hour, your source for all hard rock, heavy metal, new metal, alternative, punk, horror punk, hardcore, rock, and all local bands, with your host, John the Bod, aka the Bodfather.
Hey everybody, welcome to BODS Mayhem Hour. I'm your host, John the Bod, aka the Bodfather, and as always, I bring you guys awesome interviews. And today it is an awesome privilege to have Miss Gil Montgomery on the show. She is the guitarist and vocalist of the mighty the Amorettes, and they got a new album called Born to Break. That will be out April the 6th and released on Steamhammer / SPV Records. And I got to listen to this a couple days ago, and this is actually pretty good from these gals. I like Can You Feel the Fire? That's a really good one. Everything I learned that's a good one. Self-titled of the album Born to Break. This is a very good album, and it puts me in mind of a female group called the Donnas, if everybody remember those gals. So without further ado, Gil, how you doing?
I'm good, John. How are you?
Doing awesome. Like I said, this is a great album from you guys and gals here. So what's impressed or excited you the most about making the new album Born to Break? What's caught your eye about it, if anything has?
Oh, well, I think it's just really, it's a bit of a progression for us in terms of just being a completely sort of different take on an album. We're usually quite quite fast, quite furious, quite loud, high gain, heavy guitars. And I think with this album, there's a bit more variety in there. There's a bit more. It's still got the energy. It's still got the fast pace, but there's more emphasis on the melodies. There's more bigger choruses. It's more of a kind of sing-along album, actually. There's more sort of big chanty songs, and it just seems like a bit more fun. We've sort of had a bit more of a laugh doing it, and I think it kind of comes across in the songs. Usually we're quite serious, quite moody, quite angry and fast and raw, but this time I think it's been a lot of fun to do these songs. They're a lot bigger, they're more open, and yeah, it's been great fun working on it.
And I'll tell you one other thing, you hit the nail on the head right there. It flows. This album flows from track to track to track. It's just really good stuff.
Thank you. We're super proud of it. A lot of the songs actually have just came pretty naturally, and I've kind of taken a little bit of a twist of my writing style, just not dismissing things too quickly. There's more sort of bluesy vibes in there. There's more sort of, we've even got a slow song in there, which we never thought we would ever do. But yeah, I kind of started try to write around the bass and drums this time. Try to bring more of a kind of thought process into what I was doing with the guitars, what I was doing with the vocal melodies, and yeah, just not dismissing sort of throwaway ideas too quickly, and just trying to be a bit more relaxed about the whole thing. And I think it's came together really well, and we're super proud. Thank you.
Any songs off the new album that stand out more to you than any on it as of right now? I mean, I know these are like picking your favorite kids or hobbies that you like, but I know they grow on you from day to day.
Oh, yeah, it's like picking your kids. I'm just really championing. Well, it's a new single just now, actually. It's just been released last week. Everything I learned from rock and roll, I think is my sort of favorite at the moment. Yeah, it's just a really kind of, it's a bit of a slower vibe, but it's just a bigger song, I think. I think it's a song to make you smile. It's got sort of references in there to the Beatles, the Stones, the Sex Pistols, Joan Jett, and I co-wrote it with Ricky Warwick from the Black Star Riders. He's just amazing with his lyrics, and he sort of sent me some lyrics, and I just wrote around it. Really, just wrote around these lyrics. Inspired me so much. The song just came together so quickly, and it's definitely probably one of my favorites. Yeah.
You mentioned Black Star Riders. That, of course, that's like the ex-members, former members, I should say, of Thin Lizzy. So there you go.
Yeah. Yes. We toured with them a while back. Last year and 2 years previous as well, and they're just absolutely lovely. Just down to earth as you like, and yeah, it was our first major tour actually was with them, and yeah, it was epic. We were just sort of, you know, hanging backstage, you know, eating a sandwich with Scott Gorham and chatting away. It was just mental. It was really good fun.
Who produced this album for you guys?
This was produced by Luke Morley, who is in the sort of British kind of classic rock band Thunder. He actually did our previous album as well, but I think particularly with this one, he's done just a great job at just making it sound huge. I think, yeah. Really, really like working with Luke. Yeah, we just love his style. He puts so much into it, but at the same time, he's really open to listening to your ideas and working, you know, to get the best out of you. And I think he's really good at achieving that. Yeah.
Now, you've worked with him on your previous album plus this one. What makes it so easy working with this guy, plus, you know, with a familiar face? And did he push you guys hard during this album and plus the previous one?
He did, yes. I mean, we'd previously toured with Thunder in Germany, and we've known Luke for years. He's always just kind of, or we've just sort of been on his radar, and he'd mentioned that he was very interested in producing. So we took him up on it, and he was excellent. He's got a really great ear for things, and we find him really just easy to work with. He's great for bouncing ideas off of, or he's really good at encouraging things if you're sort of like, oh, I don't know about this, and he can see the best in everything. He knows when something won't work, but again, he's really good at getting a sound out of us that, you know, we were quite conscious of. Maybe, you know, telling us, you know, you're playing too much, you're overplaying, just simplify it, or add more in here. Just he's really great with sort of embellishments, and he really likes a lot of interesting. We're both big Pete Townsend fans, big Who fans, and I kind of got on a bit of a rapport with sort of just, yeah, choosing some weird chords and throwing some weird chords in there and really nice embellishments. And he's a great teacher at kind of just trying to make you think out the box a bit more with songs and structure and where you're taking them. And we've learned a lot from him over the years. Yeah, lovely guy.
Here's a question I've been wanting to ask a band who's been in a recording studio multiple times. Do you think that you can oversaturate an album with certain songs and certain styles of music possibly?
I think so. I think you can. I think you have to be very careful. Obviously, when you're in the studio, you're sort of just, you're living and breathing these songs, so you can't hear them after a while. You don't really know if it's too much, if it's too little. It's why it's kind of great to have that kind of team, so that you can almost collectively, you know, decide on certainly, you know, adding more on or taking less, you know, taking a bit out. And it's finding that balance. It's really quite a challenge sometimes, but it's good that, you know, we've got people on our side like Luke or Nick Bryan. He was our recording engineer. They're just great at what they do, and we're very lucky to have the team that we had. Yeah, it can always be quite hard, but yeah, you've got to really think.
How long did it take you guys to record this album?
This one was through pre-production and recording. It was actually just a little over 3 weeks. We'd gone in with, I'd kind of written all the songs, sent them to Luke, and he'd had his favourites and I had my favourite. You know, we'd sort of battled over which ones to take in. We whittled them down to maybe like 15, and then whittled them down again when everyone was there to sort of the 12. But yeah, I did a bit of pre-production with Luke. He came up to Scotland, and we did a few days just kind of going over the tracks, just beating them down, bringing them back up, finishing the lyrics, and yeah, it's glad how it came together.
How's it been being part of Steamhammer / SPV Records so far for you guys?
Oh, it's been excellent. And actually, it feels great to be doing to have a company based in, you know, Germany, the heart of total classic rock universe. Really, it feels like, and they've been so good to us so far. You know, it's been really great, and we're really excited to work with them at this stage, and hopefully in the future, you know, if they like us, well, yeah, we'd love to continue working with them. They've just been great, been very encouraging, very supportive, really great with trying to get the Amorettes name out there, and no, they're just fabulous. We're very pleased with SPV. Yeah.
What's your thoughts on being labeled the Amorettes are the future for metal, and plus younger girls looking up to you who want to play music as well find you all as role models and inspiration to them?
It's quite a nice honor, actually. We do, because we look up to bands like, the Donnas, for example. I mean, they were a great example of a girl band who weren't promoting themselves as a girl band. They were just a band, but they just happened to be girls. They weren't sort of dressing provocatively. They were just knuckling down and playing, badass rock and roll. And I think that's what we wanted to emulate as well. Just, we don't dress provocatively. We don't push the fact that we're girls. We just, we're a band. And we hope that girls looking up to us will see the same thing. And, you don't have to kind of kowtow to the kind of, sex sells kind of thing. And, that's not what we're all about. And we hope that we can encourage girls to do the same and think that way as well.
Yeah, I don't think we were ready when the Donnas came out and putting out their music, but they were really, really ahead of their time, in my opinion. But that's me. And plus, I thought Kitty was really awesome too as a female band.
Oh yeah, yeah, really, they were really heavy. Yeah, they were great. Yeah, just the attitude as well. It's just it's really refreshing. A lot of people think, oh, girls can't rock, and it's just like, shut up. Of course they can.
Shut the hell up.
Yeah.
I mean, look, there's a lot of ladies who's paved the way for you guys. I mean, Lita Ford, Joan Jett, and going on beyond that. I mean, the Mamas and the Papas. I mean, that's an old band there too, with guys and gals, and I thought they were awesome too. With their music.
Yes. So, oh yeah.
There's just lots of good stuff out there to look up to for sure. Back in the day.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I was a big fan of the 60s, the Grace Slick and Janis Joplin, and it was just powerful music that was coming out was amazing. I was a big fan of Joan Jett, obviously, growing up. She was one of my heroes, and yeah, I managed to meet Lita Ford last year as well. That was epic.
Oh, nice.
She was lovely. She toured, she played London, and I got to go and meet her on my birthday. It was brilliant. We also supported Sherry Curry from the Runaways. She came to Glasgow. She came to Edinburgh, and the Amorettes supported her on our show. It was really fun to meet her. Really good.
Do you do anything differently, Jill, during the writing and recording process to help you keep your mind open and fresh, to not let the music get stale? Do you do anything differently to say, hey, look, I want to go this route, or to help you stay focused on it maybe?
I think it's really good to shake it up, once in a while. I was really sort of heavily into just starting everything with the guitar, just the riffs, and you find that you get a bit stale and you're not coming up with anything new, and you can just sort of find yourself throwing away so many riffs or so many tracks, because I think it's starting that way you get into a bit of a rut. But I actually started writing this album with the bass and drums. I just wrote around a drum machine, started tracking the bass, and I felt like the guitars were just opening up a bit more. It's a new way of thinking. It's trying to keep your mind on something else, and even sometimes writing the melodies before the guitar riff. It was trying to bring the riff down a bit, because I think that was my main tool going into writing, was just the guitar riff was the most important thing, but it's actually not. It's trying to rein yourself in and just try new things, and you need to keep it fresh, otherwise you're just going to go around in circles, I think. See, drive yourself demented.
Yeah, that's the thing right there. People are scared to go outside of their comfort zone, especially the way they're like, well, this album sounded this way, this is how we're supposed to sound. No, you do what you want to do, and just go outside your box. Take a chance, man.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's things coming out that was just kind of crazy. I would kind of start with just the whole process, kind of just I'd sit down in the morning and write, a couple of songs, just a throwaway tracks, that just to get the juices flowing, just to kind of try and get in the mood, and with not having that pressure that they were going to be the songs, it was quite good to sort of build up. And a couple of the throwaway tracks, actually, I showed them to Luke, the producer, and he was like, no, let's do that one. Let's do these. And so, you know, having that mindset of not being under pressure is good as well. It's kind of frees you up a bit more to just be creative, really, and just do what you want. It was really good.
What do you hope the fans take away from the new album once they start listening to it, or just the Amorettes music in general?
I hope that it's going to stick in their head. I hope they're going to be one of those ones that's really annoying that kind of hangs with you for a few days. I think it's just we wanted to kind of try and emulate the fun that we have on stage with this album. I think more in the past it's been about, you know, recreating the raw live driving vibe, but I think with this one we just want to show that we're having fun, and it's, you know, the songs are really almost verging on a tiny little bit of pop, but yeah, just to have good fun and yeah, keep singing them along as much as you can.
What can fans expect at a show from the Amorettes who have not got to see you guys live?
Just more of the same. Just, you know, bring your earplugs because we're pretty loud, and be prepared to sing your brain out because we like to make a statement, and we like you to sing back at us as loud as you can. We're really conscious that, you know, the audience has a good time. You do get a lot of gigs where people just sort of stand there and they're not really that into it, and you have to make them be into it. You will like us by the end of the day.
We know we're living in a digital era of music the way it is right now. Do you like this that we're in right now, to get music out quicker, plus to reach fans via social media? What's your opinion on this? As a band, do you guys like this part right now?
It's quite a hard one, because we three are quite old school. We like to have the CDs, we like to have the vinyl, you know, something to hold, something to look at. But in a different sort of way, it's really good that, you know, digital can reach, you know, more places, really, and is a lot easier, and it's better at spreading the word, I guess, in this kind of day and age. And, you know, if more folk these days are downloading or Spotifying or doing all that kind of thing, which is, you know, at the end of the day, we just kind of want our music to be heard, really, you know, as any musician would. But, you know, we would encourage people to actually buy the album, and, you know, or buy the LP and come to the shows and see it live. And yeah, we like going out and meeting people, meeting the fan, doing it very old school. We're always come out after our show when we meet people and we have a drink with them. And yeah, we like to, it's good to see faces rather than just, comments on social media and stuff. It's good to actually meet people in the flesh.
Support wise, is there a country or a location that stands out more that surprises you guys get support from? It's sort
of getting a bit better. I mean, there's it's just quite bizarre. I mean, we're sending albums to Sweden and Brazil, and I think even the Cayman Islands. We were in the charts in the Cayman Islands last year. It was really bizarre. I mean, we're still sort of very much kind of just breaking out of Britain at this stage, where we're sort of big-ish in London, big-ish in Glasgow, but yeah, it's kind of getting there, getting around the world. We're selling more and more CDs in Germany, but I think it's hopefully with this SPV push, it'll go even further. So you never know.
What made you want to become a musician? What was that spark for you, Jill, that said, yeah, that's what I want to do right there? I remember just hearing music when I was little, and I think it was Jimi Hendrix, and just being completely like, what is that? You know, we only had sort of like Elton John in my house, my parents listened to, or ABBA, you know, I remember hearing it somewhere and just being like, what is that? And it kind of struck a chord, and I sort of just started to follow it. And I remember the first time I saw Iggy Pop, I think I was about 14, and I was just dumbstruck. I was like, what is this guy doing? This is amazing. He was so energetic on stage, and I was just like, I want to do that. That's his job. That's crazy. And that just kind of that excitement just sort of kind of drove me in a way. Yeah, I just wanted a piece of that, really. What's it mean to you when you guys receive an email from a fan or prior to a show or after a show, they tell you that your music has inspired them? What's that mean to you guys?
Oh, it's always nice to get lovely feedback like that. It's really great, and we do take the time to sort of try and thank everyone who tries to write to us or come to a show, and it really is really touching because we're just, you know, we're so lucky to be doing what we love to do. You know, I think even if people hated us, we'd probably still be trying to do what we do, but for people to take the time and to say nice things, it really does mean a lot to us, and it's we're quite fragile. We do love it when people tell us we're good. Everybody loves that.
Folks, this album, Born to Break, will be out April the 6th, and it's released on Steamhammer, SPV Records. Jill, how can folks stay in touch with you guys, buy the new album, merchandise, tour dates? How can they do that?
Please find us on Facebook. We have our own website, www.theamorettes.com. We've got we've got the Twitter, we've got all the jazzy media these days. You will find us online. Please stay in touch. Yes, let us know what you think.
Before I let you go, would you care to do a promo for the show?
Oh, sure, of course. Hi, this is Jill from the band The Amorettes, and you're listening to BODS Mayhem Hour.
Everybody stick around. We got some great music coming up, and you only hear these interviews right here on BODS Mayhem Hour and BODS Mayhem Radio Network. Thank you, Jill.
Oh, thank you so much, John.